Welcome to the celebration of the 211th anniversary of the national independence of Mexico. Mexico's Independence Day dates back to September 16, 1810, a day when Roman Catholic priest Miguel Hidalgo urged Mexicans to rise up against the colonial government of Spain. The call is often referred to as the Grito de Dolores or Cry of Dolores. Father Hidalgo, in a small town of Dolores, gathered a congregation of villagers by ringing the church bells, and with a big cry he urged to end the Spanish rule on the Mexican soil. The tradition heralds the celebration of the national independence by invoking names of the great founding members of the nation. People of Mexican heritage all over the world celebrate this important event in their country's history, filled with national pride. This year, 2021, additionally bears extra special significance as Mexico celebrates three historical events that have defined the country's identity. 7 centuries since the foundation of Mexico Tenochtitlan, the great Aztec capital. After centuries of migration from Aztlan, the Aztecs arrived 700 years ago in the valley of what is now Mexico City and founded on an islet in the middle of the Texcoco Lake what would become their capital city, Mexico Tenochtitlan. The founding myth points out that their main god, Huitzilopochtli, had ordered the Aztecs to establish the city in the place where they would find an eagle standing on a nopal, which is a cactus, devouring a serpent. This powerful image is the national coat of arms in Mexico's flag, and it reminds all Mexicans with pride of their indigenous heritage. Another significant event that falls this year is the 5 centuries of indigenous resistance after the Spanish conquest and the foundation of Mexico City. In 1521, Mexico Tenochtitlan fell to the Spanish conquerors and the building of the colonial Mexico City started. This event marked not only the encounter of two civilizations, but the start of 500 years of resistance and defense for the preservation of the dozens of indigenous people that still inhabit the Mexican territory, providing great richness and diversity to the Mexican culture. 2 centuries of independent Mexico, yet another milestone event to commemorate this year. In 1821, after 11 years of bloody war, Mexico finally became an independent nation, starting a century-long process towards the creation of a multicultural and inclusive democracy. Today, Mexico is a vibrant country, internationally recognized for its culture, values, and lively traditions, and a main world economy that is open and in solidarity with all nations. We will now take you through the address of His Excellency, Ambassador of Mexico in India, Federico Salas, followed by the address of Mr. Sumit Mazumder, Honorary Consul of Mexico in Kolkata.
Dear friends, my name is Federico Salas. I am the Ambassador of Mexico to India, Bangladesh, Maldives, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. Today, Mexico celebrates its National Day. However, this year is memorable, as in 2021 Mexico commemorates 3 historical events that have defined the country's identity. The first one is 7 centuries since the foundation of the capital city of the Aztec Empire, Tenochtitlan. The second is 5 centuries of indigenous resistance and the foundation of modern-day Mexico City. The third is 2 centuries of independent Mexico. In 1821, after 11 years of war, Mexico finally became an independent nation, starting a century-long process towards the creation of a multicultural and inclusive democracy. Today, Mexico is a vibrant country, internationally recognized for its culture, values, and lively traditions, and it's one of the main economies of the world, open and friendly to all nations. Therefore, on Mexico's National Day, we invite both our citizens and friends to join us in these commemorations. Our countries are home to ancient and magnificent heritage, but also extraordinary and unforgettable landscapes. Our nations have historical parallels that forged our identities and uniqueness. Our peoples developed native languages and at the same time inherited diverse cultural expressions that are part of our modern tradition. For this reason, on this day, Mexico sends a fraternal and solidarity signal to all the world. We know that we are living in uncertain times, but the friendship and strength between our nations will help us achieve a rapid economic recovery, reshape the tourism industry, and bring prosperity and peace to our regions. Long live Mexico, long live India, long live Bangladesh, long live the Maldives, long live Nepal, and long live Sri Lanka. Viva Mexico!
Heartiest greetings on the national independence of Mexico. This year happens to be the 211th anniversary of Mexico's Declaration of Independence. The moment which became known as the Cry of Dolores was the start of the 11th year Mexican War of Independence that resulted in Mexico gaining freedom from Spain after being under colonial rule for over 300 years. Additionally, this year is extra special as Mexico commemorates 3 events that are historically very significant. 700 years of the foundation of Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire, 500 years of the foundation of Mexico City, and 2 centuries of independent Mexico. Though India and Mexico are 2 separate continents, but we are more similar than we realize. The bond between India and Mexico spreads across history, culture, gastronomy, geoclimatic conditions, socio-economics, family values, just to name a few. Mexico was, in fact, the first Latin country to have friendly relations with India. Both Mexico and India enjoy great natural and cultural richness, with deep historical roots and a vast and diverse geography. Culture has been one of the major driving factors in the diplomatic relations between Mexico and India, with exchanges of writers, painters, and performing artists. India-Mexico relations have consistently been friendly, warm, and cordial, characterized by mutual understanding and growing bilateral trade and all-round cooperation in the fields of science and technology, culture, and education. For Mexico, India is among the top 10 trading partners, and the bilateral trade between India and Mexico has shown a rapid growth in recent years. Also in 2018, Mexico emerged as the largest trade partner of India in Latin America and the Caribbean region. Today, investments from India in Mexico are estimated to be worth US $3 billion. Most of the leading Indian companies in IT and software and, of course, pharmaceutical sectors have set up joint ventures in Mexico, taking advantage of its strategic location, large market, and investment-friendly policies. As for Mexican companies, there are about 17 major Mexican companies that have presence in India. In his visit to Mexico, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi had highlighted the growing interest for investment of the Indian companies in the energy sector, attracted by the structural reforms carried out in Mexico, as well as the opportunities for Mexican companies in the Indian market. The opportunities seen in the path of the India-Mexico Privileged Partnership and growth of bilateral relationship for the 21st century are aplenty. For a win-win and sustainable collaboration, it is time for our two nations to take a deeper look at our strength and prospects, taking the relationship to greater heights. Stay safe, stay healthy. Viva Mexico, long live India. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
We now bring you two very interesting videos to celebrate Mexico. Dear India is a unique video that talks about the beautiful relation Mexico and India shares and invites you to visit Mexico, a magical place filled with richness and diversity.
Dear India, we live in a world full of culture, traditions, and ideas. But nothing resembles the universes that you and I represent, because we are unique, connected in an indiscernible way, and vibrating to the same beat. Some would even call us soulmates. Our festivals blossom with flowers and colors. Our calendars are full of wisdom, and our waters are filled with life. We have unique spices that enhance our world-famous cuisines. We believe in our stories. We love to tell them over and over again in 1,000 different ways. And we also celebrate them on the big screen. Our architectural heritage is unlike any other. Our legends span millennia, and our weddings are the most unique of celebrations. We are both in constant rhythm of progress. We bet on our future and our modernity because we are the powers that know how to work hard to reap the fruits of our labor. I have always admired your diversity and your sense of community. Your progress astounds me, as well as the respect you have for your roots and your family. You know what it's like to fight for what you want. I admire your vision for the future and how you're working towards that goal. But what I admire the most is how thankful you are for life. Let's see each other soon, so that we can continue to discover each other. I want to show you all of my beaches, for you to get acquainted with the magic of my people, to identify with my creations, and for you to experience all my flavors. I know you will feel at home. I'll introduce you to new friends, landscape of 1,000 colors, and unexpected routes that will absolutely thrill you. I want you to meet my ancient living sanctuaries. You will see how they connect us with something deeper. I'd love for you to experience the highest level of luxury, whether in a jungle, a farm, or a boutique hotel. I know that here you will find the perfect gift for your daughter and your mother. I want you to admire my modernity, my big cities and unforgettable events that will leave you breathless. I feel like I have always known you, because I recognize myself in you. Beauty in our eyes, beauty in our souls, beauty unlike any other. Today, we recognize each other. Let us dance like only we know how. I hope to see you soon. Your soulmate, Mexico.
The next video is about the splendid culinary experience this country offers. In other words, we take you to a foodie's paradise.
Did you know that an intangible cultural heritage of humanity is today Mexico's gastronomy? And now, it's on the move. You're challenged to find another country with such diversity of unique destinations, where each extraordinary experience is also an unforgettable culinary event. We have all kinds of cooking to drive you crazy. Traditional, urban, and contemporary expressions of genius in the shape of food. Come down to the mercados and puestos on the streets. Then, jump to its energetic restaurant scene and witness why the media across the world can't stop talking about Mexico now. Come north or south, east or west, and you'll discover countless regional styles of cooking that'll make you feel like you're visiting many different countries at once. Welcome to a foodie's paradise. Step inside a Mexican kitchen and you'll see why many of the world's best chefs are Mexican. Award-winning artists experimenting with traditional and modern ingredients. Techniques and styles with inventiveness and sophistication. Let me dare you to try our corn, beans, squash, cactus and fungi. Taste our poultry, fish and insects. Spoil yourself with our vanilla and chocolate. Drink our wine, tequila, mezcal, beer, and coffee. And believe me, there's so much more laying in store. We welcome you to a feast of colors, textures, aromas, and flavors that reveals itself to more than 24 million visitors every year. It's pre-Hispanic. It's colonial. It's modern. It's progressive, but always delicious. Mexico's cuisine is open for you to discover. Keep your senses open to all that's cooking, and better yet, visit Mexico. Bring your appetite for wonder. Taste, smell, see, touch, and fall in love forever. Taste Mexico. Mexico. Live it to believe it.
Viva Mexico! Long live India!